Overseas now, the IDF is ordering the evacuation of more than 24 villages in southern Lebanon. Overnight, Israeli warplanes pounded Beirut. Video circulating online shows large explosions lighting up the night sky when a fuel storage site was hit. ABC's Patrick Reevell is in Beirut. And Patrick, these were some of the heaviest strikes in the war so far.
Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, we've been seeing some Israeli airstrikes throughout the day here in Beirut again. And actually, just in the last little while, and as we speak, we've been hearing booms coming from the area behind me, which is the southern suburb of Beirut, which is a Hezbollah stronghold. We've seen intensive airstrikes hitting there just in the past few minutes, thick black smoke rising from there, as well as these booms coming across the water. And over 1,000 people have been killed across Lebanon in just the past 2 weeks, according to Lebanese health officials. It's been just over a week since Israel assassinated Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah here. Today, Lebanon's government insisting that shortly before Israel killed him, Nasrallah had agreed to a 21-day ceasefire backed by the US. A White House official tonight telling ABC that if that is true, it was never communicated to them. Hezbollah hasn't commented, and we just don't know for now. But as we await Israel's anticipated strike on Iran, the fear is that this war is only widening. Lindsay.
It's been a concern all along. Patrick, thank you. Tonight, the IDF says it's conducting another ground operation in a northern city of Gaza. These images show people fleeing the devastated city. The IDF issued another evacuation order for northern Gaza this morning. The IDF says Hamas is rebuilding its operational capabilities there as the region marks 1 year since the Hamas attacks of October 7th. ABC's Matt Gutman has more from Tel Aviv.
Tonight in Israel, it's been a year since the Gaza war erupted when Hamas gunmen from Gaza invaded Israel on October 7th, Israel's 9/11. And the war grinds on. Today, Israeli tanks rumbling into northern Gaza for the third time since the war began, displacing thousands. And Israeli airstrikes hit a mosque and a school in a designated humanitarian zone. 45 killed in Gaza today, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. The IDF saying they targeted Hamas command posts. On the anniversary, Hamas vowing to fight on. And in Israel, the trauma of October 7th is still raw. We recently met Ilan at kibbutz Nahal Oz, with explosions from Gaza still audible. At 6:30 that morning, as Hamas lobbed thousands of rockets into Israel and the sirens wailed, Ilan saw gunmen outside. Ilan and his wife hid in the shelter, gunmen shooting into their door. After 8 hours, his daughter texted. The terrorists are trying to get into the house. Dad, help.
And so you thought any moment you might lose your daughter? Grandchildren.
Then 13 minutes of silence and terror.
What was it like when you saw that text message that it said, no, it's the army?
They were safe. Today we checked in on Ilan. His daughter is one of only 6 families to have moved back, but that was okay with Ilan. His hands are full with what matters most. For so many, that's not the case. Over 250 hostages were kidnapped that day, 7 of them in Yuval Haran's nuclear family. 6 of his family members were released by Hamas during last November's ceasefire. His brother-in-law still being held by Hamas.
Every day I wake up and I say, Tal is alive, Tal is coming back. I will see him hugging his family. I imagine him hugging his children.
And it's past midnight here in Israel, Lindsay, already October 7th. And adding heartache to those hostage families, all the major memorials have been canceled for today because of the threat from Hezbollah and Iran. And as Israel calibrates its response to Iran, the U.S. has made it very clear it does not want Israel attacking Iran's nuclear sites or its oil facilities. Lindsay.
So much heartache. Matt, thank you.